All right, guys, next up we have this story. Now, guys, this story is crazy. And I was actually covering this story from the beginning. We are actually going to have the mom involved in this story. Her name is Nicole, or I think it's Nicole. It's Nicole or Nicoletta or something like that. I'm sorry, Nicole. Nicole. It is Nicole. It's Sunday. I knew it was Nicole, and then her Twitter name like was something else, and I was like confusing myself. No, it is Nicole, and I've actually been DMing with Nicole because I've been covering Nicole's story from the beginning. This is crazy. This is crazy town. So she's actually going to be on the channel on Thursday, I believe at 4 p.m. on Thursday, to tell us what's going on. But this is a story about a mom in Rhode Island who is being sued by the teachers union for asking what her kid is learning in school. This is some authoritarian, crazy, crazy town nonsense. It is so, yeah. Reagan says, I'm happy to see guests coming back. Yeah, I'm excited too. I've got a couple great guests coming on this week. We've got Dr. Mark Young coming on Wednesday, and then we've got Nicole on Thursday. So we're going to start getting some more guests on the channel, which I'm really excited about. Rhode Island Teachers Union sue mom to stop release of critical race theory lessons. The National Education Association chapters claimed they are only trying to protect their members from harassment by national conservative groups. The Rhode Island mother who turned to public records law to learn what the school district was teaching her daughter is now a defendant in a lawsuit by the state and locals Teachers Union. The Rhode Island and South Kingston chapter of the National Education Association sued Nicole Solis and the school district this week to stop the latter from releasing records sought by Solis, including curriculum and policies related to critical race theory, anti-racism, gender theory, and children's sexuality. This story is crazy. So I actually did a video on this story when it first started. Nicole had issued like a whole bunch of public records requests to her kid's school to try to get this curriculum. And in response to that, the school board actually had a meeting to decide whether or not to sue her. And what they ended up doing, and I watched this happen live, the school board actually ended up voting to go into mediation with this mother because she requested the curriculum, and it's just been escalating. This case has just been escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating. They have sent her so much crazy stuff. If you look at her Twitter, like she's posting everything. She's doing exactly the right thing. She is posting everything publicly. It is fantastic. I've been retweeting a lot of it. And it's just like, it just gets more. Apparently they sent her like a whole bunch of pages of information, but literally everything was blacked out and redacted. Let me see if I can find it real quick. She was tweeting about this earlier. Let me see if I can just find it real quick, and then we'll read the rest of the article. Where is she? There she. Okay, this is Nicole. See, this is why I was confused by her name. Her Twitter is Nicoletta0602, and so I didn't want to get it wrong. But look at this. Look at what the teachers union or the school did. Look at this. They sent her. South Kingston School District produced thousands and thousands of blacked out pages for one public records request and originally told me to pay $9,000 for them. Look at this. Everything's blacked out. It's absolutely nuts. Jenny's getting inky with it. Oh, that's not Jenny's getting inky with it. Oh my God. There's Jenny's getting inky with it. Says, why do they keep pushing for women to do jobs most women don't want? Makes me wonder. I mean, hey man, I don't have any problem if women want to drive trucks. If you want to drive a truck, that's your business. Who really cares? Dragonwater says collective bargaining is good, union are evil. Yes. Dr. Drew is awesome. I met him a couple months ago. He's a good guy. All right, let me continue with this article. The chapters filed a motion for a temporary... Hang on. Yeah, we read that. The chapters filed a motion for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction on Thursday, asking a Rhode Island Superior Court judge to personally review alleged personnel files sought by Solis to determine if their public interest outweighs personal privacy interests of teachers. Okay, pop quiz for people in the chat. Do teachers have personal privacy interests when it comes to teaching in public schools. Do teachers have personal privacy interests when it comes to teaching in public schools? If you've been watching my videos, you know the answer to this. I'm just going to give you guys a second to chat in. No. No. The Supreme Court has already ruled on this. The greatest trick that the teachers' unions ever played was convincing people that teachers in public schools are not government employees. Teachers in public schools are employees of the state. And therefore, when they are acting in their role as public school teachers, they do not have constitutional protections in the same way that they do when they are acting as private citizens. So it is a completely different thing to say a teacher has privacy in their own home and a teacher has privacy when they are teaching students who are compelled to be in government funded schools paid for by the state, paid for by our tax dollars, and compelled to be there. They don't have the same protections in those roles. So no, this is bullshit. And this has already been ruled on by the Supreme Court. This is not like a mystery. And they all know that. Among the records they fear will be released, teacher emails that may or will contain discussions about critical race theory curriculum that include names and personally identifiable information. Thursday's motion pushes back on the assumption that the union wants to stop parents from learning what their children are taught. The union expresses no opinion on the requests of copies of school curriculum. Well, then what is your problem? The chapter says, citing their use of the Access to Public Records Act, but they warn that the district is presently working on a response that contemplates the release of an additional 90,000 records. Okay, Nicole Solis's daughter is in kindergarten. She's in kindergarten. Why do they have to release 90,000 records to show this woman what they are teaching her kindergartner? These are the important questions that we asked on FW News of the Week Sundays. Dragonwater says how rights work with private charter schools. I mean, it's a little bit different because, like, if private schools are not funded by the government, well, in theory, and students aren't compelled to go there, so it's a little bit different. But public schools, teachers are employees of the state. Nicole tweeted, "Today, the teachers union NEA filed another lawsuit against me, this time a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. Will teachers unions bullying moms be an everyday thing now?" Oh, teachers unions have been bullying moms for a while now. Cornell University law professor William, whose Legal Insurrection Foundation has filed similar public records requests to the South Kingston School District, wrote Wednesday that the lawsuit makes little sense on its face. The district is not shy about asserting exemptions, as evidenced by the hundreds of fully redacted pages it turned over to Jacobson's Foundation. There's no reason to believe that the information that concerns the union qualifies as public records. My initial take is that it smells collusive. South Kingston doesn't want to provide records, and the union is helping them out, Jacobson theorized. The district previously proposed suing Solis, this is what I covered in my original video, to stop her from filing requests 200 through May, but backed down after an outcry. Jacobson was baffled by the request for the judge to review documents in chambers. Seriously? If that's the case, the Superior Court is going to have to hire more judges. Oh my God. So we're going to have Nicole on the channel on Thursday at 4 p.m. and she's going to tell us the story, and she's not afraid about speaking out. So I think that's going to be a pretty good chat. Mark your calendar now. Emily L. says, as a first consequence, the intelligence of the teacher is not free. It is confined to receiving the aims laid down from above from John Dewey. What a great quote that is. Jenny's getting Yankee with it says, well, that's our tax dollars at work. Oh, sorry, that's our tax dollars being wasted. The school districts and the teachers unions are good at that, aren't they?